Good day, friends. Maloa here. We are going to start in Kighan. Today, I've already done a couple of quests in the zone, but we're going to pick up here in the city of, what's the city called? Zajana, and see where our adventure takes us today. If you want to catch up on what we did, you can go watch the live stream from yesterday. But right now, we're just going to dive right in and have a fun, cozy afternoon playing some LOTRO. First up, I want to go through my main story arc, chapter 15.6, City of Gates, City of Keys. So that's what we're going to go work on first and then go from there. We will pick up the random quest here and there. So, oh, we got a cat. Alright. We are still, no. We are over here, probably. Look, now climb the stairs to the west. Maybe this would be... No? The bridge to the Ordekai section is over there. Okay. Now they want us to walk north. Looks like we got more stuff over here.
Sarasarodan.
There is a brigand on the Great Road, one self-styled brigand king that I would have words with you about.
What can I do for you?
Discovered a new place. Okay. Let's go roam around in here.
A history of Adagim. The pestilence. Yes, I remember reading something about that quite recently.
Big library, square. Okay. I don't know so much about having a fountain inside a building that size. Come on, let me out already. Ooh, okay, here's our next missions. Let me make a note of this. This is going to be... Where am I taking notes of this? Kighan, task items. Mission locations. This is gonna be Jorlar and Zajana, and it's 62.3 south and 63.5 west. other one at? Is that the name? Let me take a look at my map real quick. This is Sul Madash. Got the first part right. Okay. Well, we're not gonna do any missions right now, but I would like to.
You look like a dangerous sort.
take
I
a
have
look.
a dangerous job that needs doing, if you're
There's
up for a
task
challenge.
board here as well.
May
but
your day prove profitable.
Lots of decorating stuff. Oh, this is the Zajani made key. Those are probably for the Zajani caches we were seeing. I wonder what those give. So, looks like Zajani caches probably need to get the Zajani made key from the quartermaster. Takes 10 brushed Murai leathers. Should unlock the Zajani caches. I'm guessing. I haven't tested that yet. Then there's also the Zajani rune kit. A kit created by scholars of Zajana to expose and record the ancient runes marked on stone throughout Kighan. Alright. Rune kit. This requires 5. Hang on, I got a phone call coming in.
Riches chase you, friend.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. One of my neighbors gave me a call, so I had to answer them. Just still browsing here. The Recorded Lore of Murgala. I'm not quite sure what those items are for. Hopefully we'll figure it out as we go along. More decorative stuff. They got decorations coming out the wazoo. Then there's the maps to Zajana for 10 coins. Ooh, what is this golden scroll case? This is the pocket item. This is the DPS pocket item. This is definitely what I want for most of my DPS tunes. This is going to be the golden scroll case. 14,000 crit. That's ridiculous. Okay, and that goes for 25 coins. But I need to be minimum level of 160 before I can get it. Okay, so I will definitely want to come back here for that. And then logs or clump, clay, just crafting ingredients, looks like. Then more housing stuff. Alright, so so you gotta be ally with the city of Jajana in order to get that. Okay. What is my reputation probably right now is what? Outsider. Alright, that means I'll be spending a lot of time here probably having to do missions, really, right? Let's see real quick what the missions they give me a rep.
Silver into gold.
No, they give me the coins. Okay. Enhancement runes. Okay. But looks like I'll need to run stuff here if I want to get that. So the tank pocket item was back at Sulmadash Quartermaster, and the DPS one is here at Zajana. Okay, so that's important to note. Alright, let's get back to cracking here. Hey, Device, thanks! I'm hoping to have a fun time just this afternoon. Let me see. We're gonna pop in and we're gonna grab these real quick. Let's make sure we got all the bounties. One more. Alright, all that stuff is rep.
When you have a moment, I believe your friend Habak can be found in the Hamakila, the great library on the hill.
Oh, okay. Let's go back in here. Where did my... Come on. Don't take this off. Lock it, because that's the one I want to go do first. Oh, great. Now it's gonna make me run laps again, trying to find the next person. These quests are all 160. Ha! That's probably repeatable, so I'm gonna guess. Oh, it's a roving threat. No wonder. Okay. Probably those I'm not gonna do today. Because I'm not level 160 yet, but I could probably start bringing my 160 in here to do those. But okay, let's see. Yeah, definitely. I was doing one yesterday and we two-manned it, but that was in the previous zone at again. So, but yeah, roving threats, you definitely want to bring friends because they can be super tough. And they've really sprinkled some level 160 mobs throughout the zone here, so you cannot just go running blindly um, through the area and try to pull everything.
Shakeli
You have to
Lezara
pay
Joradi.
attention to the levels that things are at. I think it's wanted me to go upstairs. That's why I didn't find the person in there. Nope. Nope. I must have missed him. Oh well, let's carry on. Dude. We're gonna go focus this quest.
Silver into gold.
Ooh, stucco. Do I want indigo? Let's go with blue-green. Alright, we gotta go up the north stairs. Even more quests to pick up. Maybe? Oh, it's the cat. Okay, there we go. Hello, kitty. There's Glorfindel. Oh, I gotta look. Sorry. Look. Alright, hello, Glorfindel.
I see that Ulishar was able to find you. I am glad.
I've learned that a theater troupe is about to perform an entertainment. Turkar's Travelers, they are called, and if the talk of I have overheard is to be believed, they are supposed to be quite skilled at their craft. But the wizard has little time for such things, and he wanted to inspect Kab Kitax, the Nethergate of Jajana, instead of waiting here for the show to begin. If you find him there, he will likely show you the fabled libraries of the city. I will tell you if Turkar and his travelers live up to their reputation when next we meet. Wait, you get to get to go to the show and I don't? That doesn't seem fair. Nethergate. Alright. Oh, there's a quest right up here that's bothering me, so I'm gonna go try once again. This time actually pay attention and see if I can find it as opposed to, you know, not paying attention, I guess. Alright, let's look. I haven't tried going this way. This should just take me through the middle. Don't see any rings or anything glowy. There it is. It was a book I had to come find. Ah! Ambush! Guess this is the one we're working on. What? Yeah. We gotta find Kabak within the Kamakila. That's where we are right now. Ah, there he is.
That sounds like quite the journey you undertook to see me. I shall endeavor not to
Back
disappoint.
to Mazadi. Guess this is the library that Gandalf wanted to see.
What say you, traveler?
The Doorwards have requested my presence. I aim to show them I mean them no harm, and rally their support in my hunt for Barshut. The Doorwards have requested my presence. I aim to show them I mean them no harm, and rally their support in my hunt for Barshut.
Master of scales, scrolls, secrets, spears, and spirits.
Mizadi, so-called Sharaf Matrinud. You have brought an army to our doorstep.
I mean you no harm,
It's hard to feel safe with a knife to your throat.
Rocharan, please, let her speak. Perhaps she has a reason for the knife, and a target for it, other than Zajana.
Quite right. I don't know your name.
I am Siraj, Master of Spears. That is Rocharan, Master of Scrolls. The one dressed so finely is Azagaya, Master of Scales. Mashur is our Master of Spirits, and Jarano is Master of Secrets. You spoke before we could properly introduce ourselves. Is that your custom in the north?
It is not. I have no interest in your land or the city.
I come for the Ordekai and one they protect. Another from the north, a man named Barshud. An Ordekai reported he was not seen not far from here. The Ordekai are our enemy, as I'm sure you know. Their jeweled council controlled Zajana before we lifted their shackles. But just because your enemy is our enemy does not make us allies. We have a gift for you, a token of esteem from myself and Hamad Renewed. Would you show it to them, friend? Pick up the sword from the table and... Okay, there's... What? Pick up... Oh, there it is. Alright. There we go. Done. Sarag, there are those that would see the sword, understand it as a threat. Mazadi, it was not intended that way. Sarag, I believe you, although others may not. Mashur, this is just a lot of talking. If you want to show you mean us no ill will, prove it to us. Sarag, an excellent idea, Mashur. The Jeweled Council is still a thorn in our side. A third of the city is still under their thumb, and their 3 leaders have ambitions to retake all of Zajana. If you wish to be our ally, help us rid the threat of the Ordekai and Zajana, and we will consider an alliance with Hamad Renewed. Numero, I believe we should accept these terms. They are the best for which we could hope. Mazadi, I agree with Numuru. We will show them via our actions that we mean them no ill will. Very well, I accept. We too prefer actions to words. Azagaya, speak with me after this meeting. I may know people who know this Barshut.
That could have gone better. But they will trust my actions, if not my words. Which I have tripped over once more.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
If you want to prove your usefulness, I will not deny you that chance.
I'm not gonna go back in that library right now. We're gonna go find Gandalf. It's a real pretty city. Not as busy as Umbar Barabel. Ooh, there's a... What vendors do we have there? Probably healer, supplier, and provisioner. Yeah, okay. Standard. Then over here, we've got something interesting. Let's go over here. Let's see what we have here. We've got a mailbox. Looks like a crafting area. Yep, crafter, supplier, hobby master. Oh, here's one of the kitty cats. Sunbeam. This is an upper level. I want to go down again. Having the city be multiple levels makes it challenging again in terms of navigation. Knowing exactly where to go. Some farmland. They sure did put a lot of crafting all over the place in this expansion. It's like they couldn't decide what was going to be the main city.
Ah, yes, my friend. Ulishar told me he came with you to the city.
The wizard gestures at the Great Southern Gate. Whether you name the city Jajan like the Ordokai or Zajana like the Door Wards, it seems both groups agree on this one point. The Nether Gate must remain sealed against the possibility of invasion by the Shogor of the South. You have already spoken with Glorfindel. He came not with you here. Is there still time to visit the Great Library before we return to him? You tell Inkanush that the Elf Lord agreed to report on the quality of Turkar's Traveler's performance, but there should still be time to first visit the Library of Zajana. There's Ulishar.
I am sorry. Did you say the name Tirkar's Travelers?
You tell Ulishar you believe that that is the name of the theater troupe Glorfindel intends to watch perform elsewhere in the city, and the Kinta's eyes widen with surprise. I know this group, Miloa, but I never thought to see them again. Turkara and his theater company were the very folk who aided me in my escape from Imakstul. I owe them my freedom and my life.
I will always be in Tirkar's debt for the kindness he showed me.
One last act of defiance before we march to their war, he told me when we were safely out of Imakstul and heading eastward. That was a week before he and his men were to report to the northern marsh with the rest of the Shagani conscripts from Murgala. They wished not to go, but it would mean death if they refused. It is good to learn they have returned from the war.
We came to this place to learn if the Tharduth pose a threat to these lands.
And the great library of Zajana, the Kalmakila, will aid me in this. The wisdom of many creatures, no, creatures, many centuries is contained within. When last I walked these streets, it proved more information on a great number of subjects, but let none claim I am without feeling. To learn that Ulishar's absent friends have come to the city must delay our visit to the archives of Shajana. My research can surely wait for the duration of their performance. How long could such a thing be? The Kalmakala has remained secure even while the city burned, so protective have its keepers been over the centuries. Speak to we if you're amenable to this plan.
Then let us consume the day's entertainment for Ulishar's sake, but also for our own.
So I guess we do get to see
They
the
are about to
theater.
start. How fortunate we
Oh.
came to Zajana on this day.
Let me get off my mount. Not really a big crowd. I'm so pleased to see that Turkar's experience fighting in the north has not dropped him of his desire to perform. I hope you enjoy the play, Maloa. They were most skilled when I met them, and their catalogue of entertainments was dense and varied. Oh, they begin.
My friend Adalci appears. Where then is Terka?
We of Terkar's travelers hope you will enjoy the day's entertainment. If it please you to reward our efforts today with meager coin, it would be welcome. And should that meager coin be joined with a more generous number, that would be most welcome. What is it, Imelek?
These good people came here for a story at Halsey. They wished for excitement, not for your outstretched hand seeking their coins.
You are right, Imelek. What can we do about that?
We can give it to them.
Our trick archer, Imelek. Then let us begin. Please enjoy the wisdom of Sajana Resplendid, as performed by Terkar's travelers.
I am beginning to worry about Terka. He it was who would introduce each of the plays. Long ago, the Shagor tribes dwelt in the dry plains to the southeast. The desert winds were unceasing. The sands of Gul-Sahasha would only grow. The Shorgor followed the stars in the sky to the ridge of Morjala. The Khanag they established would be called Dagan. It would eventually be known as Jajan. In time, the name Jajan would become Zajana, the city in which you now sit.
Ah, this play is quite good.
I am the Hool of Ordach. I understand there is gold to be found here, and jewels.
Please, mighty one, Sajana is a place of scholarly wisdom and peace.
No, it belongs to Ordach now. Its plains will feed my Mumakil.
Behold the mighty Mumak. Its appetite cannot be satisfied.
It's a cow. Oh boy. A hobbit? And so far from the Shire? This performance has become most interesting, Maloa.
Let me tell you a story, Hul. Long ago, a stranger came to Sajana. People said he was a wizard.
Hobbit wizard.
I am the wizard Inkanush. I seek the city of gates.
This is ridiculous.
Ah, here is a gate. But how shall I open it?
Are you sure he is a wizard?
For 3 days and nights, the wizard stared at the gate, willing it to open. At last, the guards approached him.
What is it you want, wizard?
I want to come in, but the gate will not open.
Have you tried knocking?
Preposterous! That is not how it was.
Is there a point to this story? I have a war to wage and kingdoms to conquer.
The wizard asked to see the scrolls and books of the city.
I wish to see the scrolls and books of the city.
The libraries of Sajana contain thousands of these. Which one would you like to read?
Well, I should think, all of them.
So, what did this wizard of yours learn?
Oh, I know not. No one does.
Then you have been wasting my time!
Not at all! During my story, the people of Sajana have gathered in secret. Now they will rise up against you and take back their city.
For that is the true wisdom of Sajana the Splendid. Never again will it be ruled by others.
I enjoyed the performance, Maloa, as I knew I would, but there are so many missing faces. Did so few of my friends return from the war? I have some criticisms about my portrayal, Maloa. No, really?
It was good of Inkanush to delay his plans so we might attend this performance.
But now I have more questions than before.
When I knew Terka, it was customary after a performance for the company to gather.
At the nearest tavern, to spend a portion of the day's coins on ale. I would like to see if that remains the case, Maloa. Let us look for them among the markets to the southwest, where it is possible they will acquire food and drink to sustain them following the performance. Nope, this away. I think.
Who has the best shera in Sajana? It's Majarian.
I have spoken to Satagera, and it is as I feared.
Her husband Turkar perished in the north, as did several others of the troop. The fire eater Zurush, the twins Darjo and Urukil, no word has come back of Kazin or Urunam, but Imalek fears they must also have died in battle. She was wounded during the retreat before the mighty city and saw them no more. But the tidings are not all sad. Zemelka was held in reserve at the river city and saw no fighting. Her soldiers were driven south as Gondor advanced, and a fortunate star must shine upon Mashkanu. the Satagera tells me he was wounded in the forest early during the fighting and was not made to march upon Mina's turret. I mourn for the friends who were so kind to me, Maloa, and I honor their memory. Despite the sorrow, my heart fills to once again see those of Turkar's travelers who remain to bring joy to the folk of Shagana.
I am Satagera, the widow of Terkar, and I am the playwright of this company of traveling players.
I am pleased to meet any friend of Ulashar, for the Kinta is dear to us all, and he was to my husband. It was Turkar's travelers that smuggled him from the captivity of Ordek before most of our company were sent to war. Did he tell you that? Satagera smiles fondly. One last act of defiance, my Turkar called it. I'm glad we did as he bade, for Iloshar's treatment in that city was hard. I think he would not have survived among the Urdakai for many more months. I invite you to speak with the others of my company. A cloud hangs over us this day, but do not let it trouble you. It is a private matter, and one we can handle ourselves.
I am the wardrobe master of this company, and am called Mashkanu.
I caught sight of you from the stage, stranger. Who is the hooded man with whom you watch the performance? You answer that your companion is the wizard Inkanush, and he may have taken issue with some portrayal in the play. Mashkanu's eyes narrow. Inkanush is a figure of legend and myth, an odd wanderer and a troublemaker. Are you perhaps mistaken?
A friend of Ulishar is a friend of mine.
I'm called Jessamine, and I am a singer, tumbler, juggler, and player of drums for Turkar's travelers. What is it that you can do? You tell Jessamine that you are a hunter and an adventurer, and ask where she is from. I live on the dusty road, friend, but I count myself among the Zajani. I've not seen very many in Shagana that look as I do, but that is fine with me. When Satagera has need of someone to play a child, a goblin, or the legendary trickster Kef, she can rely upon Jessamine, for few indeed are as she is.
I am Imalech, trick archer and juggler of the company, and it is a pleasure to meet any friend of Ulishar.
I am Imalek, trick archer and juggler of the company, and it is a pleasure to meet any friend of Ulashar. Satagera insists upon writing villainous roles for me, the deadly marksman who threatens the heroes, the brooding lieutenant of the evil king. I've prevailed upon her to give me something romantic next time, something bawdy. We can all use a good laugh after what we went through in the north. I keep hoping Kazin or Urum will stroll up and demand a drink, but there has been no word. They were most skilled with their blades, but the foes arrayed against us were terrifying and numerous, frightening mounted demons bellowing for death.
I am a Talsi. Like Satagera and a former leader Terkar, I am from Sajana.
The woman falls silent, but her eyes remain active, scanning the crowds. Forgive me if I seem distracted. I collect the coins for our performances, and during our latest, it seems some quick fingered thief replaced our purse with one of similar heft and weight, but different contents. Grey stones instead of shiny coins. Zamelka and Asharmul have gone in search of the villain, but will until they return with the right purse, I will not be satisfied. I smell a quest coming.
Can we not help my friends recover their stolen purse of coins?
And there it is. I feel badly that the theft occurred as we watched the performance and we noticed it not. What says Satagera to this? I've only ventured with you for a short time, Aloha, but already I know you for one who helps others when the chance comes. We will not allow this to delay us overmuch, and Kanish will certainly understand, will he not?
Asharmul and Simelka are capable of retrieving our stolen purse. But if you are willing to help...
I will not refuse it. This is not the first time such a theft has occurred, and it will not be the last. Look for them in the residential district of Sajana, to the southeast, for the thief is likely to have fled, for the Ordak-controlled district of the city. Guess we're delivering cheese as well.
Who seeks the Merka?
You explained that you are a friend of Ulishar the Kinta, and that Satagera suggested you lend your aid to retrieve the stolen coin purse. Has our playwright's opinion of our skill fallen so low that she thinks we too unable to retrieve the stolen purse? Atalsi should have kept a closer watch on it. She knows how often thieves think to rob us of our hard-earned profit. What say you, Ashimul?
For Terkar, we served as guardians and enforcers of the peace when trouble called.
And now that he has gone, we do the same for his widow Satagera. She doubts not our skill, Zamilka. She sees opportunity. Ashimul points toward the Ordak-controlled district of Sajana, up the stairs to the southeast. If you retrieve the coin purse from the Ordakai of this place, you will prove your friendship to Turka's travelers. Hurry now. The purse will be heavy with coin, for it contains all of our profit from the latest performance. The Jajani love to hear about their resistance against Ordak, and they paid good coin for the privilege. Yeah, I guess we're going in. I forgot to set my plugin. 1 second. Oh, there's the purse. How many more do I need to defeat? A couple more. Yeah, the screen's just in the wrong spot. Need 4 more. If they just came that way, that means that they just cleared out that area. I'm not gonna go there. Let's go look up here. Oh, let's not kill the boss guy.
Oh, the Ordechai emptied the purse they took from us before you could retrieve it.
That is a shame, my new friend. Ashramul smiles at you, a twinkle in his eyes. While you kept their attention, Zemelka and I took the opportunity to rob them anew. I think you will find that the number of coins we retrieved perhaps exceeds the number they took from us, but that is the price of thinking one might outwit Turkar's travelers. Bring the fresh, newly heavy coin purse to Atalsi with our regards. I think she will be pleased. Ashramul hands you the much heavier purse than the one you retrieved.
Tell me you have retrieved the stolen coin purse, friend.
And that Ashramul and Zemelka encountered no difficulty among the Ordokai. You placed the coin purse in her hand, and Atalsi almost dropped it. Thank you for your help, friend of Ilishar. But I must ask, did it always contain so many coins? I knew not that our performance was such a success. If you ever have need of assistance, you can count upon the friendship of Turkar's travelers.
There you are. Inkanush sent me to bring word that he desires to speak with you. He has found his natural environment, as I knew he would.
I should probably put on some jewelry. Probably. Why is my... Oh, okay. There we go. Plop all those on. Then I just got a set of gloves. Agility is much higher, but no crit and no physical mastery. Let's see how that heavy increase will affect. Yeah, no, it lowers my crit and physical mastery. But it does give me other benefits. I guess we'll take the hit. Alright. He has found his natural environment as I knew he would. He has gone to the Kalmakila, the great library of Zajana, and already he believes he has learned something of use, if not all of what is he sought. He will tell you in person. The entrance to the word fortress, the Kila, is to the northeast of here beside the commons. Megavan and Tharkan, how are you doing tonight?
You are more effective than you appear.
What say you, traveler?
We should speak with Azagaya. She said her merchants may have information on Barshud.
You should speak with Muzawi. She sells fish and herbs near Lajor. She may have seen your Barshud.
Alright, let's go talk to Gandalf. He should be inside.
There is a history of Adagim here somewhere. Perhaps you could retrieve the book for me. So much to do.
I have not yet learned all that I sought by coming here, but I have confirmed one of my suspicions.
It seems to my thinking that the Tharduth who lay hidden at Utukbur required two things to happen before they could trouble Middle-earth anew. First, they must pass beyond living memory of all who knew of them, and that was accomplished by the defeat of Sauron. Second, the chambers in which they lay buried must be brought to the surface by some geologic change, the movement of the earth, the diversion of the waters, the alteration of the rocks. So it was at Utukbur, and ever my thought turned upon this matter. Could it happen elsewhere? I may have found part of the answer. Look here. The pages of the open book are weathered and faded, but still legible. Would not have believed it ever ran so deep had I not seen it myself only months before, but the flow of the river was greatly diminished. By the third day following the great tremors, it had slowed to a trickle. My friend insists that the Usal and the Agal, too, will never flow again as they had, and even the lake of the Gal is now a cracked and dry basin. He named it Kadgal, the dry well. But the herdsmen insist that is a name of ill omen and the lake must return. I think they are both right and wrong. I believe the name is ill starred, but the waters of the lake have gone forever. Were there great tremors of Uruzal a natural event, like the rising and setting of the sun or the passing of the seasons, or was it inflicted upon us by the whim of the Gursati? What could we have done to incur such wrath and vengeance? My friend thinks Shurash, Hul of Urdak, is somehow to blame for Uruzal, for the drying of the rivers has removed the last barrier to the northern progress of his armies. I say it must happenstance, for the quakes were felt along the entirety of the moor. How could one man so change the face of the land, even one so ambitious as the whole? The sound was terrible and heard by all, but the devastation in the wake of the Urjal was worst of all, and it changed the face of the land. Cliffs crumbled, boulders fell from the height, great chasms opened in the earth along the whole of the moor. Even the great northern gate of Jajan cracked. So widespread were the effects of the tremors of the Urjal.
The people of Murjala named it Zal, the din of stone.
It was a terrifying noise that could be heard all along the Ridge of Plenty, and its tremors changed the face of the land, opening great chasms, diverting the course of rivers, and drying lakes to their very beds. This was the cause of the great dearth that so affected much of Shagana. 120 years ago, the whole of Orduk committed a terrible act of change, with effects that would ripple throughout all of Shagana. His purpose was to open the way for his armies to conquer the lands to the north, but as we saw of Utukbur, I fear this act cleared the way for even greater evils. Now these ancient servants of Morgoth, these Starduth, have broken loose from the enchantment that kept them preserved for thousands of years, and they stir again in the darkness beneath the earth. The din of stone revealed the hidden temple of Utukbur, in which the Tharduth slept. How many other such hidden places might it have revealed elsewhere in Shagana, Maloa? You hear angry approaching footsteps. Mashakanu of Turkar's travelers has arrived in rage. Stand aside! The wizard will pay for his crimes. I've come to slay this evil creature, this Mithrandir. The wizard will die at my hand. Let's calm him down. In Mashka's eyes, you see more than rage. You see fear. Without warning, Mashkanu bursts into tears. I cannot, he weeps, his body seized by tremendous shuddering cries as tears stream down his face. Friend of Ulashar, how can one such as you befriend this monster? This is no man. He is a creature of death. I swore to slay him if that could be in my power, but Mashakanu struggles to speak through racking sobs. I was pierced by an arrow in the side, loosed from in hiding by green-garbed men in the northern forest. Others of my company marched on the great city and fell during the fighting, but I retreated with others as the wounded to Mordor. From the shadow of the Black Gate, I witnessed as the armies of the west approached, and I saw the fighting's end. So it was I witnessed the arrival of this man you defend, and heard his name spoken by the men of Gondor, Mithrandir, they called him, and even from so far away I knew him for a wizard. Mashakanu's bloodshot eyes flare with anger and with fear. I watched as the wizard Mithrandir threw his arms into the air, and the very earth rocked beneath his feet. The hour of doom! I heard him command over the tumult. In answer to his spell, the mighty towers and rampart of the Black Gate crumbled into dust. Wherever he looked, death came to his enemies, and those that could not escape perished. I fled, but still I can hear the terrible voice of the wizard and the death he caused. I swore to slay him if ever I could, but now my sword arm freezes, and I am unable to carry out my vow.
You are one of the theatre players who worked to free Ulishar from captivity when he was held by the Ordechai.
I know you from the recent performance and from the stories he has told to us of your company. Your name is Mashakanu, wardrobe master of the Turkar's travelers? But no, one is one thing alone. You were a soldier, pressed into service, forced to fight for Sauron against the host of the West, through threat or falsehood. You have been deceived again, Mashkanu, this time by your own eyes. It was no spell of mine that brought low the Black Gate or the Towers of the Teeth on the edge of Mordor. A great weapon of Sauron's was unmade, and its undoing heralded the destruction of all he had wrought, despite his terrible power. Some who had been held spell enslaved by the Dark Lord of Mordor threw themselves into pits or fought desperate last stands, but many were of like kind as you, Mashkanu, held in thrall not by enchantment, but by the fear of cruel commanders from Ordok and their tales of horrible monsters from Gondor and the north. Know now the truth, my friend, and be healed, if such a thing can be possible. Nashkanu. Be healed? I can never be healed. Though my wounds have closed and I once again speak the word Satagera has given to me, seeking applause and coin. But so many of my friends returned not from the northern forest, or the fields outside the great city, or the black gate of Mordor. We were told that gate could never fall, but fall it did, and the vast armies of Barkush and Orduk with it. Mashikaru wipes his eyes. When I beheld the wizard Mithrandir earlier this day, and learned he answered to the name Inkanush, I could not believe it. Inkanush is a figure of mischief and a troublemaker, but in none of the legend is he cruel or destructive. It is a balm for my heart to learn the devastation I beheld was not caused by the trickster sprite of myth, at whom I laughed in my youth, but was instead a final cruel consequence of Barkush's evil.
I would remain and speak with Mashkanu a little longer.
Furthermore, my research is not yet complete. I must search for more information about Urujal, the Den of Stone within the Kalmakala. I believe you should continue without me on the western road as it climbs into Ansheru. I will catch up to you when I have finished my studies in Shajana, but until I have done so, you must remain alert for the presence of the Tharaduth in Murgala. I spoke to Glorfindel of this possibility, my friend. He will be waiting for you at the overgate outside the city. Okay, while I'm here, somebody asked me to look for a book for them. So let me do that real quick. Because it sounds like Gandalf is ready to send us to the next city, but I would like to finish the quests in this city first. I don't spot a book yet. Nope.
Be healed? I can never be healed, though my wounds have closed.
I wonder if this is a proximity quest again and that you need to be close, like standing right next to it before it'll highlight. Nope, no such luck. We're gonna go out. Okay, let's go talk to Glorfindel.
These tidings are unsurprising.
I confess I expected Inkanush to remain here in Zajana from the moment I set eyes upon the Kalmakilla. Did he tell you about the Din of Stone? You tell Glorfindel that the wizard seemed certain the Din of Stone may have revealed more vaults of the Tardith than Utikbur alone, and the Elf Lord nods. He is rarely wrong, Loa. These enchanted servants of Morgoth needed two things to threaten Middle-earth in the present age, and if Inkarnish is correct, they may have both of these things in Morgalla, the end of their enchantment and access once again to the surface. We will take the road northwest as it climbs into Ansheru, and keep watch for any sign of Thardith or the Utugi warriors. Will Ulishar remain our guide on this road, or does he desire to remain in Sajana with the traveling players now that they are reunited?
I made a commitment to guide you on the road through Mojala, and I will not forsake that pledge.
Ulishar smiles. In any event, Satagara told me they must also take the westward road in a few days. She has been hired to write a new play for the travelers to perform. It may be our paths will cross again.
Ansheru, the height of the sky, was once known for the loveliness of its eye forests and flowering meads.
But no longer. Now the plateau is parched and dry, a cracked waste among the high peaks of the Mur. If Inkanush is correct that other vaults of the Thardith remain, this would seem to be a likely place for them. The road that runs from Zajana to Ansheru has a reputation for danger. We must remain alert for brigands as we make our way northeast. Alright, we are going to put a pin in that. Oh, we gotta go outside here, digging on knowledge. Gotta go pluck some flowers, it seems. Okay, flower picking is done. Pursuing Barshud is the no. Cats. We gotta go do and drop off some cheeses. Let's go. We haven't been that zone yet. Let's go over there. Another kitty cat. I wonder if that's at a higher level, maybe. That's what my gut says. Yeah, we gotta go up a level. The stairs are over here.
Sarasarodan.
One delivery of cheese. I really like these arches. They're very pretty, very ornate. There's a shy kitty cat back there.
Zara Zar Odan.
Cheese delivery too. Alright. Now we gotta... okay. I heard the kitty cat. There they are. The city definitely has layers upon layers. This is now a third tier. Cheese
Silver
delivery
into gold.
and kitty cat. No, you know what? I'm gonna go this way. Haven't been this way, so we're gonna explore this way a little bit. Okay, excellent. It is not a dead end. I need to go down a level. Yeah, let's go here. And there's actually a forge master here. Cool. Alright.
You helped out the cats? Me too. I keep finding more every day.
Which one is here? Hang on, let's go outside and I want to look at the map and see which quest it actually is. What we have a ring for here. Not that. Okay, it's digging up knowledge and something papers. Flee from Tersari and return to Raika. Okay, well let's go inside. There's somebody we gotta go talk to inside.
What can I do for you?
And now it wants me to plant the flowers. Okay. If they only knew how bad I was at planting and growing. Growing stuff.
Thank you, friend. I really did not want to do any gardening this week. I was dreading that.
I don't want to do gardening ever. Alright, now I gotta find where this Raika person is. Shows them as getting off this way. No? We're back. Okay, I am back. Let's go do a gift of cheese. Turn that in. I wonder what my reputation with them right now is. Neutral. Yeah, I'm probably definitely gonna have to run those. There we go.
Good Shara is a gift worth spreading, is it not? Not good
There's your
Shara? What am I
cheese.
saying? The best Shara! How many oranges are you willing to get for me? That is far too few oranges. What do you take me for? There are no fools in the Larinasta. Shakeli Lezara Joradi. Saraz Zaradan. Ah, yes. Everyone wants things from Muzawi. But what will help Muzawi to clear the rats and set the traps and gather herbs? I wonder.
Okay. Collect herbs and harvest oranges. Okay. Time for some herb picking, it seems. Oh, we gotta kill stuff here as well, I believe, right? Rats. Now we gotta go harvest oranges. I'm gonna get on my war steed. It's gonna take way too long on a camel. There's the orange trees. They were a little bit lazy in their coding. Instead of having us being able to pick it from trees, they just randomly put oranges on the ground for us to pick up. That's kind of sad. Ah, too sharp a turn. There we go. Alright, getting off this war steed.
Silver into gold. I saw this Barshud. He was with the Order Boros. Very important looking. Outside the hall.
Hang on.
If that is where Barshud was seen in Zajana, that is where we must go. I know not these details this merchant speaks of. We should speak with Azagaya in the Shorakona.
Here, I will mark on your map of where Muzawi speaks.
Oh, I got some keys along the way. Gonna have to see how those are supposed to be used. Let's lock those up. Read. So when I entered, I saw that this changed. Read the note in the mysterious book on the table. Okay, so somewhere in here there's a book we gotta go click on. Let's first turn this one in.
Shakeli Lezara Joradi.
Yay, virtue cap reached. Let's see which one will be next. I'm gonna do zeal next. No. Got determination. That was my agility. Now let's do zeal next. Right, now we're looking for oh sorry, before I do that, reputation still neutral. Great. Now read the note of the mysterious book on the table. Okay, so we're looking for a table with a book on it. This is just a hallway. Okay, no. Let's see what happens when I go outside with that quest. There it is. Finally, that took me forever. Okay, hang on. We are... Okay, yeah, let's go there next. We'll go there, and then it'll probably send us back to Mazari. Yep, let's bounce up. All the way at the end. Okay. Gonna go across the bridge. Gonna go to the Ordok area. Don't really want to kill the boss dude.
He seeks out the hole. That is all I know. He spoke of gathering forces, of rebuilding an army. He means to make for Imaxdul in Idagal.
Back to Mizari. As expected. Ah, crud. I forgot. Side stairs, not straight stairs.
So Barshud means to make for Idagal and Imax Dul. Then that is where
Yay! 157. Nice. Alright. Why is there no follow-up quest? Oh, over here.
There is much for us to look after here in Zajana, but there are also many in Kighan who live outside its walls.
Right, now it's sending us off to the next location. So let's go. Calls for some off-roading. There's something suspicious about this signpost. Okay. Shouting defiantly, a brigand leaps out. You survived, but he may have allies. If you repair the signpost, you may save others. You repair the signpost, making the road more safe for travelers. Okay. Here is... Oh, all the way up there. Okay, well, let's go do the new threat first.
Riches chase you, friend. You are here to help. Bless you. We will take all the help we can get, even from an outsider.
Yeah,
Shakeli, Lezara, Joradi.
I need to do all these side
Our village was once quiet. And when the goblins came from the north, they changed everything.
Oh, she's talking too much. I'm doing all these side quests because I want to increase my rep with the city of Zajana, because you have to be ally with them in order to get the best in slot teal DPS pocket item. So it's well worth my time to go through here and do these. But I'm not going to read them. We're just going to pick them up.
Our few able-bodied were able to scout their camp. They are building catapults and gathering barrels of hot tar. Forgive me, but would you speak with a woman in need?
Zara Zar Odan. There is one goblin who leads the rest. I believe they call this one.
Shakeli, Lezara, Joradi. The fish are no longer biting. I know my skills haven't diminished. Must be the bait. The river betrays us. She has been a ready companion for years.
Silver into gold. I wonder if I might have a moment of your time, friend? It's about a family heirloom. Something quite precious to me.
My daughter.
As if the raiders were not enough, we have a camp of brigands to the west. What can I do for you?
Okay, let's see. The River Sting defeats Zani. Okay. What are Zani? Oh, okay. They're like the new Knickerbockers. Ow. There's animal to track. Zazani. Back this way. Well, that's good. We'll make our way to the camp of orcs, and we'll kill Zazani along the way, hopefully. No, somebody just came through, killed all of them. So we'll keep moving forward. Oh, or there's this chicken hill crowds just running through the plain. Oh boy. New deed, goblins. Getting a little bit laggy now. Probably more people coming on since it's evening time in the East Coast. Right, next one. Ah, this one's up there. Okay, I guess we gotta make our way into the camp. That seems to be an entrance up ahead. Oh, there's some powder we gotta blow up. Thank you for whoever cleared out all the mobs, but I do still need to defeat brigands as well. Okay, I got all the barrels. Still good. Weapon racks. This feels like this is going to be another mission area, just because it's well designed. Mark my words. Let me just take out the name. Something left here. There we go. I hear a tree moving. Let me see, we are... Still have the orange one, a foul folk. We gotta still defeat more goblins. Goblin raiders, specifically. We'll just kill them all. It's a deed as well, so... there's a watch keep. watch keep or it's a raider at the entrance. Alright, I think I'm done in this area. Yep. Okay, let's go to this green best bait. Well, we'll need to kill some of the... We're still farming Zazanu as we ride along. We just get out of this camp and then I'll track for them. Nothing here. Keep going. Tracking. Yay. Okay, here's a couple of them. Hopefully I have a little bit of a hotbed here. 4. Are these even counting? Yes, they are. Okay, good. So this does look like a good place to farm for these by the water. Which would make sense. I mean, Lanika Beakers typically like the water. We know that even from Bree. The queens are gonna count. Ooh! Feisty! The queens are definitely feisty. Alright, we got the Nika Beakers done. Get some dough. Try not to trigger more of them. Oh, we do need crabs. Well, we need crab claws. And here's my last dough. Okay. What I've got left. Let's take a look at the map. Something over there. Gonna probably have to go around because that looks like a ridge of sorts. You have discovered the hold of Jakila. Okay. Got that done. That's it, the turtistry. Hopefully it won't attack me. Okay, it didn't. Good. What else do I have to do in this area? Defeat brigands. Okay, we can do that. I'll have to say, you really have to be on top of things in order to get a hit in. We're just a bunch of murdering hobos. At least the spawn rate isn't too bad. Yeah, I can't really use any of my skills that have long inductions. He's running a blue hunter and he's just running and shooting at the same time. I'm running a red hunter, so I actually have to stand still. No. Oh, here we go. Here's the captain. Need one more. Alright, I think that completed all of them. Alright. Time to go turn in.
You defeated a number of them. Oh, that is such a relief. Oh, what a sight it must have been. I wish I had seen it for myself. Thank you. Travelers will breathe a sigh of relief as they travel the Great Road now.
You have brought peace, not only to Senchatak, but to countless peoples throughout.
How's my reputation now? Oh, halfway through neutral. And then I still got friend.
Crab makes
and
the
then
best
still
bait.
kindred,
And if we
then
don't catch
ally.
anything with this, I think we'll be cooking the remaining claws. Thank you.
You found him! What? No, he's
Turtle's
not too
nice.
big. What have I been feeding him? Whatever he wants to eat, of course.
Old and dirty, well, yes, I suppose it is. But it's filled with sentimental value and insects.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna probably call it here for the night. My next LOTRO play session will be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, is WoW Girls Night, where I hang out with all my girlfriends and we go ham in some dungeons and questings in World of Warcraft. Y'all are welcome to join that. I will be posting from here on out my live stream schedule on the community board, so feel free to check that out if you want to know what I'm up to for live streams for the week. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy